Hey, Squid Prince here, and I wanted to show you guys my trick room team that I've been working on in OU, and I'm pretty proud of it. It does well for itself. My team is based on 3 trick room setters in Porygon 2 with the Violite, Reuniclus, and the new Trevenant. I did post up a Trevenant moveset video of a set that I've been using, and it has been working really well for me. And then my attackers are based on Physical Gramble, Mixed Electros, and Special Clawitzer, and they really seem to like work well. They have good synergy. I don't see like a blaring weakness at all, and I pretty much just want to show you what they could do. So I'm going to lead off with my Porygon 2. He's going to lead off with Greninja, because I didn't want to lead off with any other Trick Room setters, because I am weak to the Dark Stab. So I end up going for the Trick Room anyway. He brings in his Gliscor, and now he doesn't know that I also carry Ice Beam, so I can take it out with an Ice Beam. Plus, I have the Protein ability I trace from the Greninja, so it's a stab Ice Beam coming from the Porygon. Then he brings in his Gastrodon. This thing is a wall, so I bring in my Electros. I am mixed, and I do carry Grass Knot, so I'm thinking 4 times super effective. I could totally take this thing out, no problem. I could take hits from it. He lives. I was very surprised. He shows me he's specially defensive. I end up going for a Drain Punch just to get some health back, because I am Life Orb. So I wasn't expecting him to stay in. And now Trick Room actually ends on this turn, and now I will outspeed, so I can go for a Grass Knot, take it out, and the Gastrodon is down, and that is 2 giant walls down early, which helps me out a whole lot. So now he ends up bringing in the Infernape. I bring in Reuniclus thinking I could take any hit, and that Fire Punch with Iron Fist and a Life Orb like knocks me for a loop. I did way more than I thought it would, so I end up losing my Reuniclus very early. So that's 1 Trick Room setter I also have down. I only have 2 more chances left, and that's my Porygon and my Trevenant. But I do bring in the Gramble, Intimidate, scare it out with the U-turn. He goes into his Ditto, and now he gets the Intimidate off on me. So I end up going for an Earthquake, and now I'm going to end up switching out, because Gramble on Gramble action is something gross, and you don't really want to look at it. So he goes for a Play Rough, and I really don't want to lose my Gramble right now. So I'm going to switch back into my Gramble, get the Intimidate off, and I know I don't want to go for the Earthquake, because he has Talonflame, which is why he brought him in to dodge, and I go for a Play Rough. Even though it is resisted, he does resist all the rest of my attacks. So I bring in my Porygon. The Porygon is my only check to Talonflame, and he Swords Dances. I do live a Brave Bird, a +2 Brave Bird, which is the Violate. A Porygon 2 is pretty much a lifesaver. You go for the T-Bolt, take it out. Now he brings in his Infernape again, takes me out with a Fire Punch. Now I only have 1 Trick Room setter left, so I have to play very sneaky to get my Trevenant in when the Infernape's not in, so I can at least live a hit. So I get him to U-turn out. He goes into his Greninja. I just go for a safe EQ. I don't need to, because on Showdown, 90%, anyone who played Showdown would pretty much know that 90% pretty much equals 0. But I live a Scald, and I also don't get burned, which is great, and I take out the Greninja. But now I need to save the Gramble. So I go into my Clawitzer thinking, alright, I could probably take a good hit. He does get a crit and a burn. So that means that now I will not be able to take a Thunder Punch. I thought maybe if I took a resisted hit, I probably could have lived a Thunder Punch, because Clawitzer is pretty bulky. So I bring in my Gramble, get the Intimidate, know he's going to switch, so now I switch out. Now he becomes my Gramble, and I switch out to my Trevenant, and now I'm free to set up a Trick Room. Since I'm free to set up a Trick Room, I will outspeed everything. Now that set, the Play Rough did over 50%. I do get a critical hit on the Horn Leech, which if it wasn't a crit and it didn't kill, it would depend how much I gained back, because if I had more than 50, I think it was 56%, then he would have been able to take me out again. But that wouldn't have mattered too much in the end, because I could have just had enough rooms of Trick Room left to bring the Gramble in and sweep with Earthquake. But this is the team I've made. I hope you guys liked it. If you really liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you really enjoyed it, like you really enjoyed my commentary, sub. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll catch you later.